Thank you very much for joining us tonight. I trust and I believe that you had a beautiful day. Today was an holiday. I've asked how many people have planted trees. I've not seen a response. Yes, Joanna said yes, but I didn't plant any tree. I planted others. That's amazing. Yes, I planted none. Sina shamba. These are good responses. One of the things I will tell you, we need to disrupt our soil. And the way we disrupt ourselves is very simple. By just planting new seeds, by prospecting new people, sharing the opportunity, sharing the products. That is the field we are in. So when we say we need to disrupt the soil, when we say we need to disrupt the market, when we say we need to plant, we are planting new seeds in the market. So if you didn't plant a physical tree, did you talk to somebody today? Did you share the products today? Did you share the opportunity today? Did you do your planning today? And that is where we bring the topic of today, because we have been having a lapse in our business for a while, but I would like we refocus and see how we can be able to build our business in a more structured way. That is the reason why I've come up with today's topic. And our today's topic is just amazing, because we are going to talk about goal setting. And the reason why I picked this topic is because I know many of you started the year. Yes, you started the month. Remember, after every time we start a new month, you are supposed to do goal setting. You are supposed to plan your month. You are supposed to relook at what are you doing as a person, as a business builder, so that you can be able to build your business. And those are things which is a great reminder for every person who is on this platform, especially if you have just joined the business. You need to be able to plan your business every single month. Remember, you'll be able to set a yearly goal. You'll be able to set monthly goals. You'll be able to set weekly goals. You'll be able to set daily goals. And that is very important for us to be able to understand how we are going to set our goals, because this is very important for us. So as we start this session, I don't know how many people are logged in. If it's your first time to be on our team Sizzle, this is the Icons team. We train every Monday so that we can be able to learn more about the skills. But at the same time, we also connect so that we can be able to share ideas on how we can be able to build our business. So my name is Marian. I'm a software manager into the business. I've been in this business for the last 13 years, and I always on Mondays share my experiences along the journey so that we can be able to work together. So invite your friends so that they can be with us as we learn. So what is a goal in life definition? A goal in life definition, we are talking about all the things you want to accomplish in your life. And I know there are so many things you want to accomplish every day when you wake up, any day, as you go through your daily routine, there are those things you want to achieve and you want to accomplish them more, faster than yesterday. And one of the things is, if you have not been able to set a goal, you realize that many times it's like you are walking towards nothing. So we need to be able to understand what is a goal so that we can be able to work towards something. And often in life, goals are very meaningful if you can make them, if they can make a lasting impact, especially on your life. They can be large, they can be challenging, and they can be small or personal. It depends on what you want to achieve. But one of the things I normally talk about goals, especially right now, we are talking about our business. You realize that if you wake up and you don't have any goal, you realize that many times you end up wasting a lot of time. And it is up to us for us to be able to look at what kind of goals have I set on a daily basis? What kind of goals have I set on a monthly basis, on a weekly basis, on a yearly basis? Am I ready to be able to build these goals so that I can be able to take them? And am I working towards those goals? And you find that when we talk about goals, there are different ways of setting goals. Because I know every person who is in this platform, or if you have been in a scenario like the business setup we have, I know you have your own goals. And one of the things is you realize that goals can be, you can have a process goal. And this is a specific action or a process of performing. And that is what you find much more in our business. It is a goal you set to yourself to be able to achieve. Yes, the company has given us the aspect of doing our focus credit every single month. It is a process whereby every single month you need to start rebuilding your business towards your focus credits. You need need to be able to build toward a certain state so that you can be able to achieve that goal. But you realize that a process goes 100% controlled by the individual. It is you to control yourself. How am I going to build my business? How am I going to build my retail? How am I going to build my retail business? How am I going to build my team? And you find that it is, it is you who is controlling it. You find that many times we give ourselves goals. Like, for example, I want to do my 4K credit, but it is only you who is controlling that, because you find that when we talk our business model, you have said that you want to build 4K credits. You have said that you want to build 5K credit. And many times it's also monitored by the monetary term, the kind of profit you want to make. That will also be able to guide you. So it is individual. I want to make 20,000. I want to make 30,000. I want to make 50,000 through the retail base. So once you have already set that goal, you realize that it is you to wake up and see, I've reached this kind of a level. I've reached this level in this month, this week, or today I've sold products worth 20,000. I've made profit of this much, but by the end of the month, I want to have made this kind of profit. So you find this is a process goal. This is a process goal, and you need to be able to look at it on a daily basis. But there is also performance goals, whereby it is based on personal standard. What do I want as myself? And that is the reason why you find that there are those people who are comfortable with doing 4cc. There are those people who are comfortable in doing 5cc. There are those people who are comfortable in being an assistant supervisor. There are those people who are comfortable by just retailing a tooth gel on a daily basis. There are those who are comfortable in selling 3 aloe vera gels on a daily basis. There are those who are comfortable selling 3 markers on a daily basis. So it is based on personal standard, performance-based, performance goals, whereby you look at what am I going to do on a daily basis? What am I going to do on a monthly basis? And this is basically controlled by personally. Mostly you control it yourself, because there is what you want to see you have performed. There is what you want to see at the end of the month. There is what you want to see at the end of the year. And our business has placed that in a platform whereby we can be able to monitor these things. We can be able to monitor this type of goals as we build our business on a daily basis. So yes, maybe you have been able to set a goal, but you need to be able to define this kind of a goal. How am I going to work around it? Is it a performance goal? Is it a process goal? Is an outcome goal? And an outcome goal is based on winning. What are you winning? Are you winning by doing your 4K credit, by doing your 5K credit, by stepping up? And this is the time we are talking about. We need to be able to level up to the next level. And when we talk about our business, you find that we started this business in January, maybe, and we were an assistant supervisor. Are you going to close the year as an assistant supervisor? Are you going to close the year as a supervisor? Are you going to close the year as an assistant manager, as a manager? If you are a manager, you need to have ticked something. Have I qualified for Forever to Drive? Have I qualified for Global Rally? Have I qualified for Chairman's Bonus? Am I working towards my Higo status? And you find that as long as you are basing your work, your goals on something, it will be very easy for you to be able to evaluate. So as we go back tonight to be able to look at the kind of work we are working on around each and every single time, we need to be able to look at these processes and look at the kind of goals you have set. You break it down in such a way that if I was to attain this kind of a goal, what are the kind of processes I need to be able to put in place? Is it a performance goal? What kind of standard do I need myself to be able to put myself into for me to be able to achieve goal? And if it is an outcome, what kind of outcome am I expecting? Outcome goals are very difficult to control, because on the other side, there is an outside influence. And that is what we talk about. There is an outward, outside influence, especially when you talk about you want to be able to achieve a global rally. You realize that it is more of a team-based, activity more than yourself. You talk about, I want to step up to the next level. You want to move from a supervisor to an assistant manager. It is a team-based, kind of a structure whereby you need to look at what kind of people I'm working with. Who is in my team? Who can I be able to run with? Who can be able to learn to do the basics so that we can be able to pull our energies together and move to the next level. So when we talk about outcome goals, you realize that there is some bit of influence from outside. And that influence of outside is where now it calls for leadership. And that is whereby we talk about you as a leader. What are you ready to do? What are you ready ready to do, especially to the team you are building? Have you been able to identify the several people you can be able to partner with so that you can be able to build your business to the next level? And outcome goals is whereby this is the game changer. This is the game changer because you realize that when you focus on outcome goals, you will be able to work with your team. And as you're working with your team, we are talking about now leveraging on the power of numbers. And that is what I want everybody to understand. For us to be able to move our business to the next level, we cannot say, I will be able to retail, I will be able to do this kind of an activity alone. You need to be able to focus on the team, because the team is whereby you'll be able to get, good results. It's where you'll be able to get, you'll be able to tick major goals in your life, especially when you are talking about you want to earn a good income. Yes, you can be able to sell products and you can be able to earn 200,000, 300,000 as retails, but you realize that there is some limitation. You will not be able to make that kind of an income all through. So what does that mean? It means that for me to be able to get good income from the network marketing industry, I need to be able to concentrate on building a team. I need to be able to duplicate myself to as many people as possible. And if that is what I'm going to do, it is very beneficial for me to be able to look around and see the kind of skill I have of building my business. Is that what I've been able to duplicate to my team? If I know how to retail, can my team be able to retail? If I know how to prospect, can my team be able to prospect? If I know how to make phone calls, I know how to do contacting. Does my team know how to do contacting? If I'm doing launches through exhibition, through the TikTok, does my team know to do something similar? And these are things which we need to be able to establish so that we can be able to grow together as a team. I know when you talk about outcome goals, many of us, we have reached on that level and we are not control of the people we bring. But remember, this happens through the kind of nurturing you will be able to do, especially the orientation part. As long as last week we talked about orientation, and if you have been able to orientate your team in the right direction, in the right way, in the right platform, they will be able to follow you until the time when they'll be able to listen to people. And I said, as long as you join in these sessions, and you stick to your upline and you talk to the people you see on the ground doing real activities, you will be able to grow. And that is where you tap so that you can be able to learn from the leaders who are doing it. There are those who say they are doing it, but in reality, they are not doing it. So look at the people who are building the business. Look at the leaders who are already, who are building the business in the correct way, and copy them. Do not just keep on asking questions across the corridors when you don't know whether this person really in the system or they are not in the system. There are people who you will see every single day. They are very active, they are very focal, but they are not in the system. And when you ask them questions, they will be able to tell you things which don't add up. So you need to be able to ask questions to the people who are in the system, the people who are building the business correctly, the people who you will be able to see them being recognized, people who will be appreciated by the company because they have been able to do something. And I normally tell people, ask questions from the people you have seen they are doing it in the right way. Don't ask questions because you have just met somebody on the corridor. And when we talk about outcome goals, you will only be able to tap from somebody who has been able to do it. One of the things about network marketing, we learn from the people who have been able to do it. It doesn't mean that if you are in this platform, you have not maybe qualified for Global Rally, it's not possible for you to be. You can be able to qualify for Global Rally as long as you continue being into the system and making sure that the team you are building is also in the system. That is very important. So reasons for setting goals is very important, because the first thing is you realize that as long as you have set your goal, it will be able to give you focus. And I know many of you, maybe you have decided that I'm going to build this business and you have not set a specific goal. I will tell you very well, if the start of the month, when you were setting goals, you didn't say that you are going to do focus credit, kindly go back down and write, I'm going to do focus credit this month. Because that is very important, because that will be able to give you direction. That will be able to give you focus. Anytime you wake up in the morning, you will be able to look at your booklet and say, I promised myself to do my focus credit. I promised myself by December, I will step up from assistant supervisor to a supervisor. I promised myself I will step up from supervisor to an assistant manager. I promised myself I will be able to step up to manager. This will be able to give you focus. It is very good for you to be able to write. And I tell people, in our business, we write our goals in a specific way. You sit down at the start of the month, you say, this is my personal production. Maybe you will be able to use something like 1 case credit in your house, and you can be able to sell maybe like 3 case credits. So 4 case credit, I normally tell people, 4 case credit, it is your responsibility. It is your responsibility. Yes, when we talk about sponsoring, that is a bonus. So when you talk about 4 case credit, you figure out, you as a person, what are you going to use? Are you going to use, let's say like, yes, am I going to use 1 case credit? If you're going to use 1 case credit, a tick, and then you decide the next of the 3 case credit, I'm going to sell them personally. Why? Because even me personally, I need some profits. I need to be able to have some money around me. I'm not just going to be able to walk up and down without some cash around me. So I need some cash with me. At the same time, we also need to measure, let's measure our progress. And this is very important. If you are at the start of the week, right now we are in week 2. I don't know what you have recorded in your booklet. I don't know what you have recorded in your goals. I don't know what you had written at the start of the month. I don't know whether you can be able to weigh whether there is any progress you have been able to make towards your 4 case credits. Remember, we are looking at, initially this company gives us a base of 4 case credits. So that is how I will be able to talk about this training, so that you can be able to measure yourself. If we have finished the first week and you have not done even 1 case credit, you are doing badly. If you are in the second week and you have not finished 1 case credit, you are doing terrible. Let me tell you, you are doing terrible, and I'm not going to mince my word by telling you this. Why? Because if you have been able to spread this work over a period of 4 weeks, it means that every week you need to be able to close with a CC. So if you have been able to start at the start of the week and you realize that maybe you have just done a 0.3, I will tell you congratulations, because I know what is happening in our country. And then we talk about, we are in week 2, you are just even 0.3. I will tell you, you need to pull up your socks. You need to be able to relook at your work. You need to relook at your work and see, what am I doing? If I am at 0.3, will I be able to accomplish my my 4 case credit by the end of the month? So we need to be able to evaluate ourselves. And I know many of my posters, you have seen that Monday reflection. You have seen me talk about weekly review. You have seen me talking about product of the week. And there are those things which I keep on talking, know my product. And many things, the reason why I do that is because I would want somebody out there to be able to know what I do. I would want to increase my retail sales. I would want to be able to capture somebody out there who is looking for an opportunity, and we can be able to work together. So when we talk about let's measure our progress, the first thing is you look at your retail base. What have you been able to sell this week? What have you been able to do this week? Then we talk about the kind of customers you have been able to approach. We normally say on a daily basis, make sure that you talk to somebody about our products. But we are supposed to talk about roughly 3 people we share with them about our business opportunity. So if you have not been able to do that today, that is the reason why I was saying our business, is extraordinary. When people were planting trees, as we were planting seeds of getting connected to new people who we can be able to talk to them about our business. So I don't know how many people you talked to today. I don't know how many people you shared this opportunity to. I don't know how many people you shared the products with, because that is a seed you are planted today. If you talked about aloe vera, give yourself a clap. If you talked about our aloe vera gel, you talked about our C9, you talked about any of our product range, I will tell you congratulations. But you do speak about the opportunity. Imagine you have planted a better tree than anybody else. Because imagine the person you have talked to today, maybe the person who will be able to come and transform Kenya. Maybe he's the person who will come and build a very big business in this country. And by the time you realize you have changed lives of millions and millions of people. Imagine, so you have planted a better tree. Imagine if somebody planted maybe an orange tree today, or somebody planted maybe a mango tree today. There is a limitation of how many mangoes can be produced by that tree. But imagine today, if you share this business with somebody, imagine this person can be able to build this business, can be able to partner with as many people as possible. And within a very short time, they will be able to touch as many lives as possible. So I will tell you congratulations, because today you are an hero. You have been able to plant a better tree than a physical tree. It helps you to stay motivated. So imagine today you woke up and you talked to somebody, and you had given yourself, today I'm going to talk to 3 people. And out of those 3 people, there is an imagination. You are imagining that if somebody picks this opportunity and runs with it, it can be a game changer for me. So this gives you motivated, knowing that I'm talking to 3 people, and these 3 people, one of them can be a diamond. One of them can be a game changer in my business. So as long as you have set goals to talk to people, you have set goals to be able to maybe to talk to people about your products. Maybe today you have sold an acidity pack and the person is collecting tomorrow. You will change the lives of that person forever, because that is a condition which will be gone from their lives. Imagine every time you meet with that person, they'll be able to tell you, guess what? You helped me with this pack. And guess what? I have not feeling what I used to feel before. Right now, I'm very productive. I've been able even to start ABCD project, and my family is very happy because I've finished project B. Imagine, because today you talk to somebody about acidity pack. At the same time, it helps you to beat procrastination. This is something which is very important for us to be able to look at, because as long as you have set your goals, you will not keep on doing wrong activities which will not be able to bring results at the end of the day. It also helps you to achieve more, because you are already focused on a certain activity. You are already focused on the direction you want to move. You are already, set on the kind of results you expect at the end of the day. So you'll be able to achieve more. And I will tell you, just there, plan your week this week. Decide, I'm going to do this kind of case credits. I'm going to talk to this kind of numbers. I will be able to plug this kind of people into the system. And at the same time, I will be able to join. Maybe I'll be able to plug one person in the system, and I'll be able to join all trainings which I qualify for. I will tell you, look at the results at the end of the week, and you'll be amazed. It also helps you to determine, what you want in life. Because maybe you have not been able to set your goals. So you have been there every time just imagining, after 2, 3, 4 months, I will be able to imagine, I will be able to plan what I want to do for the rest of my life. But imagine, what if you were to set goals which are going to direct you? What if you were to set goals which are going to motivate you? What if you are going to set goals which will help you focus on the main activities and give you great results? We need to be able to look at goals in a serious way. And that is the reason why we say from now you need to decide. You need to decide and write these goals down, because as long as you don't decide what you want, it will be very hard for you to build your business. And I am encouraging everybody who is in this platform, immediately we stop this session, kindly just go down and decide what you want to achieve. Especially, we are talking about November and December. Kindly just write down what you want to achieve within those 2 months. It is very good for us to level up. It is very good for us. We were looking forward for us to be able to be in a better platform than we are right now. And I can assure you, we have 2 months and we can be able to make that change. Are you the kind of a person who is looking at the kind of work you have done from January to October? But I will tell you, you can be able to better results. We can even double what we have been able to do from January to October, as long as we purpose to change those results. So we need to decide from today, what do I want to see? And then we write it down. We need to write down what we want to see within the next 2 months. We need to write down what we want to, to achieve by the end of the year. We need to write down how we are going to do that. We need to write down the kind of activities we are going to get involved with so that we can be able to get those kind of results we want. And we need to tell someone. Many times we decide we want to do something. We write them down in our notebooks, but we don't tell anyone. So what is happening is, that is the reason why you see right now from TikTok, you are seeing people who had written goals in January. Now they are changing those goals. Why? Because they didn't share these goals with anyone. They didn't tell people what they were planning to do. They didn't even tell their mentors. They didn't tell their sponsors. They didn't tell somebody they trust what they were planning to do this year. So even if I was to go ahead, say that I'm going to drive, and I say I will just wash a cow, well and good. You find that nobody is accountable. I'm not accountable to anybody because I never told my secret to anyone. So if you write down and you tell someone what you are, what you are planning to do, you tell someone, I'm planning to close my supervisor step by the end of, within the next 2 months. I'm planning to be, to step up to manager within the next 2 months. You tell someone, I'm planning to sponsor 3 people within the next 2 months. I am planning to do my 4K credit within the next, with the month of November, I must do my 4K credits, and I'm going to do it the right way. I am going to do my 4K credit within the next, even if I don't do, you can even be very open. You can tell them, I don't think I have already made up my mind, but I will try in the month of November, but December, definitely, I will be a 4K credit qualifier, and I will never miss for the rest of 2024 and beyond. Those are things you can be able to tell someone. Those are things you can be able to write down, and then you read them to somebody. Today, one of the things I've been able to do was to read more about mindset. And I realized that as long as we work around our mindset, we can be able to achieve anything we purpose ourselves to achieve. And it comes down to, after you write that goal, did you tell somebody? Are you accountable? Are you, who do you share your goals with? Then you break down, you break those goals down, because this will help you for you to be able to achieve whatever you want. And I realize that many of us will look at doing our business the last day of the month. And I would tell you, please change that kind of a routine. What if one day we were to wake up and on 30th is when we are planning to do our 4K credit and the system shuts? Or there is no power in Kenya, or maybe this and this and this and has happened, and you had not done your 4K credit. What will you be able to do? Remember, we may say that we are going to feed this information into the system, but remember also in the warehouse, maybe we are not even able to go to town. Remember, if yourself, you cannot be able to go to town, even the cashiers, even the cashiers and the management team will not also be able to go to the warehouse. So what does that tell you? Yes, we have a system which is online, and guess what? Maybe that has happened. Let's say like we cannot go to the town, and at the same time, everything shuts. Let's say like we don't have power, and maybe something interferes with the internet system. So even you cannot be able to place your orders online. What will you do? What will you do? So I want people to stop depending on the last day of the month for them to be able to do the kind of activities and the basics they are supposed to do. It is good for us to be able to spread our work throughout the month, so that number one, we can be able to enjoy the process. We can be able to enjoy the process of working out this business. We can be able to enjoy the journey. And at the same time, as we enjoy the process of building this business, even the people we have brought them on board, they should not be able to see us stressed towards the end of the month. They should see us enjoying the kind of work we do every day. Our business is fun. And I know everybody who is in this platform can be able to testify that. Our business is fun. Imagine sharing products to be able to change people's lives. Imagine sharing an opportunity to help somebody else to be able to realize their goals. And that is what we do on a daily basis. So when we are talking about our business, let's look at how we can be able to spread the work so that we cannot be stressed at the end of the week. At the end of the month. It is very important for us to be able to break those goals down to portions which we can be able to accommodate on a daily basis. Plan your first step. It is very important for us to be able to plan the steps we want to be able to take. If you decide maybe you want to go to supervisor, the first thing in our business, you are supposed to be able to look at how many people am I going to bring on board for me to be able to move to the next level. So what happens? You need to be able to plan your first step in such a way that you are going to be able to break that kind of work down so that you can be able to see what am I supposed to do. And for me to be able to achieve this kind of a result, what am I supposed to do? How many people am I supposed to bring on board? And we talk about when you are doing our business presentation, you are told that as a supervisor, you need to sponsor at least 3 people in your business. So when you bring 3 people, we are talking about bringing those 3 people and teaching them on how to do their 4K credits. Remember yourself, you have done your 4K credits. So if you do your 4K credit and the 3 of them will be able to do their 4K credit, that will be 16K credit because you are 4 of you. So if you were to duplicate that the following month, if you were to do something similar the following month, 16 plus 16 that you have already gone overboard, you are already at 32K credits. So when we are talking about bringing 3 people on board, we know what we are talking about. And this system is already a studied system, which has already been established. And many people have been able to embrace this system and it has worked for them. So you are not coming to try. It is not a trial and error. It is something which has been worked and everybody knows this system has been able to help as many people across the globe. So you are not the first person to be able to plug into this system and receive success. So come with a total belief belief system, knowing that I am plugging into this system and I am going to succeed. If others have already plugged into this system and they have succeeded, I will also be able to succeed. So keep going. Keep going. Don't be the kind of a person who will be able to come and start building your business in the month of November and just something very small happen and all of a sudden you trip. Don't be ready to trip from the system you have already placed yourself in. Don't come to the warehouse and somebody just says to you something which is going to annoy you. Because let me tell you, there are people who are there how to annoy you so that you don't plug into the system. There are those people who are enemy of success. There are those people who are enemy. They would not want to see somebody else succeed because themselves, they are not ready to input the work. They don't want to put in the work. They want just to be able to, things just to happen. And guess what? What they will do is they will make sure that even you fall into their routine of just seeing things happen. Guess what? In our business, we have a chance to be able to design our lives, to be able to come up with a system which will enable us to be able to see our success 2 years, 3 years down the system. So when we talk about our business, we realize that it is you as a person to be able to decide, I am going to build this business, come rain, come sunshine, I'm going to build this business. There is nobody who is going to, to prevent me from building the business. There is nothing which can be able to come between me and my business. I am going to build this business and I will keep going no matter what is going to happen. Either there are these challenges, A, B, C, D, I will stick into the system. I will continue building this business. I will give this business my whole. Why? Because I know there is results. I've seen people who are plugged into this system and they have been able to enjoy the journey of success over the period of years. The beauty part about our business, once you set the business, you realize that you'll be able to get what you want. So when we talk about this business, you plug into the system, you do what it takes, you plan together with your team, incorporate them in your plans, you will be able to receive very good results. And I know, personally, I've been able to look across the period I've been in forever. The last 13 years, to me, I will not say I've wasted my time. No, I will say that one of the things what has happened is building a system is very key. And plugging into the system and making sure that your people are plugged into the system, it ensures a steady way of your growth. And I'm recommending each and every person to be able to look keenly at the forever system. Plug your people into that system. One of the things we have not been able to do is plugging people into the training system. And as long as we have a stool with 4 legs and we decide one leg we are not going to stand with that leg, we'll be using 3 legs. That is where our problem is. We have been able to use the products. We have been able to retail these products and we have been able to share this business opportunity with as many people as possible. But we have missed one point, coming for training, plugging for training and learning from them, the people who have already done it. Plugging into the system of training is very important. If you want to be able to build a stable business, the knowledge behind the team you are building is what is going to keep them even in the tough times. But if they are empty and they have not been able to understand what is the business is all about, they don't understand our products, they don't understand the marketing plan. When they go out there, what they are doing is they're getting ad questions and they cannot be able to answer those questions. You find that your system will be very shaky. So if you don't want your system to be shaky, if you don't want your business to be shaky, I would tell you, plug into the system. Make sure that you plug into the 4 things, using the products, sharing the product, sharing the opportunity, and training. It is very key for you to be able to do that. And then above that, you need to celebrate. I have seen many people when they do something, especially even when you do a 0.3, right now you can be able to sell even one product. And I will tell you very well, it is very good for you to be able to celebrate yourself. Are you here and it is your first time you're plugged into the system? Maybe you are not, maybe a preferred customer and you have just sold an aloe lip. Celebrate yourself. It is amazing for you to have sold that aloe lip. Have you sold a tooth gel? Have you sold 3 aloes? Have you sold a Amy Blend? Have you sold a C9? You need to celebrate yourself. Don't be the kind of a person who doesn't celebrate. Appreciate yourself. There is nobody else who is going to appreciate you. Many times personally, I come home and I'm clapping for myself because I know I've been able to do something which my heart is happy about what I've been able to do. I remember the first time when we had the food supplements, when we had the stock for the food supplement, that day alone, together with my nursery, we did over 10 cash credits. The second time, this time round, when the rest of the products came, we did over 12 cash credits. And when you look at that, what does it take for you to be able to do something like that? What does it take? It takes you as a leader to sit down with your team and you call them and you see what are some of the pending orders they have been able to struggle with over the period of time. And they were saying, remember as a team member, anytime you used to call somebody, they were telling you, we don't have a tooth gel. The order I have as a tooth gel and I cannot close this order. It is time you go back to them. And I said the first step we were supposed to do as leaders was to call our team members and make sure that they close the orders they were supposed to close. The orders they have been able to talk about, they need to be able to close those orders as fast as possible before even you talk about your customers. So one of the things you realize that as long as you are a leader, you need to plan your day from maybe 8 o'clock all the way maybe to around 10 o'clock, you are calling your customers. But from noon all the way, you are talking to your downline, your success lines, and asking them where they have reached. Have they been able to close that order? What are they planning? Are they planning? You need to be able to be on their toes and see. Any person who is on this platform and is in my nursery, they know that day when those products landed, in the afternoon, I was with you on your phone, asking you how far you have reached. Have you closed this and this and this? Because yes, we had discussed and we had said, this is what I'm working towards to. So I need to follow up and know whether you have been able to close. And I will tell you, leaders in this platform, as long as you do that into your team, you will be able to see great, results. And now when it comes to the end of the day, you need to celebrate each and every one of them. You need to call them. You need to make posters. You need to be able to look at the kind of receipts they have been able to, to process, and you celebrate them. And at the same time, you as a person, maybe you have closed a C9, you need to celebrate yourself. You have closed a tooth gel, you need to celebrate yourself. Learn to celebrate yourself. This really motivates you. This encourages you. This gives you a new direction in everything you do. So as we start, we continue building in the month of November, I would want we set goals. We set goals and we write them down and tell somebody what you are intending to do. Break those goals down and plan your first step. What are you going to work from tomorrow? What are you doing? From tomorrow, how many people are you talking to? From tomorrow, how many customers are you going to talk to? How many, you need to be able to look at each and every single month. I'll be able to establish a new customer. Only one. Remember, we are in this business and we are looking for 20 good customers who can be able to sustain us through the month. So we need to be able to establish a good customer. I know it will reach a point whereby you have 20 good customers who are ordering month in, month out. But that doesn't mean that you need to stop from there. You need to be able to look at that system and realize that I need to be able to add other customers. And the reason why many of us, we are having challenges in doing our focus credit is because we don't have 20 good customers who we can be able to rely on every single day, every single month, So as long as you establish that those 20 customers, it will be very easy for you to be able to do your basics. And when you reach at the 20 customers, that is where you'll find that you are graduating to 7 case credit, 12 case credit, 20 case credits. You can be able to sell. Nobody said that you cannot sell 20 case credit. It is possible because why did we come to Nairobi? Why did we not really Nairobi? Why did we join the business? The reason why we joined the business is because we needed an extra income, an extra income. We needed extra cash. We needed extra money. So as long as you can be able to sell those products and you can be able to make an extra income, to me, I don't think there is any harm. Make sure that you do it in the right way and you celebrate yourself on a daily basis. So leaders in this platform, let's keep going. Let's keep going. It doesn't matter the challenges we face. It doesn't matter the kind of economy we have in this country. What remains basic, you realize that we are in health and wellness industry, and people are going to look for our food supplements. People are looking for good quality skincare range, which they can be able to use because they want to remain, young for a very long time. We have wonderful products which you can be able to sell to people. So it doesn't matter. Our business is like, should I say fuel? Can I say our business is, we can be able to relate it with something like fuel, because we fuel what? We fuel our bodies, and you have seen very well, if somebody is seated here and they have a car, they know very well it doesn't matter. Even if they take that amount of fuel and they say per liter, it will be 300, you have a car and you want to move from point A to point B, you will still fuel. And our business is the same. As long as somebody wants a good life, they want to be able to live a healthy lifestyle, and they understand the kind of product we sell, they will buy an Arctic Sea, they will buy an aloe vera gel, they will buy a C9. And that is the reason why you find there was an outcry in the market when our C9 was not there. Everybody was asking for C9. People went ahead to buy C9 at 20,000 Kenya shillings. So if you are here and you think that there is no market for our weight loss program, I'm telling you, you are joking. People bought our C9s at 19,000, 20,000, that is how, that pack is valued. You can imagine. And you are here and you are saying that when we sell our C9 at 15,400, yourself there negotiating on how to give it for 10,000. I'll tell you, you are joking. You are joking. People bought that pack at 20,000, and that made me to know very well this is a valued pack, and we can be able to sell this pack to as many people as possible. We need to be able to tell people what is in this pack and what it can be able to do. So if you are here and you are looking forward on how you can be able to build your business, let me be the first one to welcome you and tell you, set your goals, because this is the best thing you can be able to do. From my hand, I want just to tell you thank you. This is the lovely evening we have been able to wait for. And I said I am looking for short sessions which will be able to give you an insight for you to be able to go plan your business, build your business, and change your life. From my hand, I want to say thank you and see you at the top.